It's beginning to look a lot like Krampus. I know you might have thought I was going to say Christmas, but no, Krampus. And if you know, then you know. And if you don't know who Krampus is, you're in the right space because I'm going to tell you who Krampus is and I'm going to explain to you what this means for Aquarius. Hello, my name is QueenAusetHeru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and pass it on to anybody and everybody who might like it too. Please drop us a positive comment in the comment section. Let us know in the comment section if you've been naughty or if you're on the nice list. And why do you think you're on that list? And if you want to get a reading done, please hit me up. All my information is going to be underneath this video, okay? Let me see. What else underneath the video besides my information? Let's see. There is my Patreon. There's some resources for you guys underneath this video too. So check out everything underneath this video. Let's get started. So you might be wondering, who is Krampus? Okay, so if you grew up in the United States, there are several Christmas traditions, right? One of them is the celebrated birth of the baby Jesus, when the wise men followed the star and found the baby and gave him frankincense, gold, and myrrh as a gift. And everybody rejoiced and there was peace on earth. You know, that's one Christmas story. Then the other one is Santa Claus. Now, if you grew up in the United States, you probably have heard, because this is a really big marketing campaign. So you've probably heard of Santa Claus, or you've at least seen pictures of Santa Claus. Maybe your family did or did not practice Christmas in this way, but everybody has their different Christmas traditions. So Santa Claus is actually from Europe. It's not even an American tradition. Santa Claus came when the European immigrants came over to the United States. They brought their customs like everybody else. And for some reason, Christmas was, Santa Claus during the Christmas season was a really big thing. People really enjoyed it. So they used it in their Coca-Cola ads and things like that. So the story of Santa Claus is that Saint Nicholas, also known as Santa Claus, leaves the North Pole every Christmas Eve, and he has gifts for everybody. And he's a magical large elf, and he has little teeny elves that help him, okay? So this story is crazy now that I think about it. And he has a wife, her name is Mrs. Claus, and every Christmas Eve they leave, and his sleigh is navigated by reindeer. Reindeer lead the sleigh or drag the sleigh through the air, and Santa Claus is able to go to everybody's house because it's magic and give everybody a gift. Okay? And if you've been bad, you don't get a gift though. If you've been bad, you get coal in your stocking or you get nothing at all. And you're supposed to leave cookies and milk for Santa Claus. My mom always made me leave him a beer, though. I'm not sure what that was about. And then Santa Claus, flies around, eats all these cookies and drinks all these beers, and goes back to the North Pole. And Christmas morning, we all come downstairs to our presents. But what you might not have known about Santa Claus is that Santa Claus in the original European tradition, and this tradition goes all the way back. I saw it as far back as the 15th century, but it may go back even further, because people were saying that there were all kinds of traditions coming out of the Alps and Germany, the Netherlands, all that area up there of Europe. That's where these traditions, and some people do them differently. So Saint Nicholas, they have Saint Nicholas. But St. Nicholas has a boy, and his boy's name is Krampus. And Krampus rolls out with St. Nicholas. Now, in the United States, we don't have Krampus. Now, the tradition is starting to come. But when I was a kid, we never heard about Krampus. And what happened was Santa Claus, St. Nicholas, and Krampus rolled out together. So Santa Claus still blessed all the good people, especially children. These stories were mostly for children. So he blessed people, gave them fruits and snacks and gifts and shoes and all kinds of stuff if they had been good. But his boy Krampus tortured them, beat them, kidnapped them, possibly even murdered them if they had been bad. So you're not just getting that lump of coal in your stocking, you might get murdered. You know, so it's kind of interesting to me because it reminds me of the stories that our parents told us about the boogeyman. The boogeyman was just this obscure mythical being that would get you if you were bad, you know? Same thing with Krampus. But the thing about it was he came with Saint Nicholas. So it was very interesting. And this tradition changes from place to place, you know. Some people add a little spice to it. Some people celebrate it on the 5th of December and then set St. Nicholas on the 6th of December. And some people do it the 24th and the 25th, like we do it in the United States, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. So that is Krampus, all right? So I thought it would be fun, because we do astrology here, to figure out if the signs were going to be on the naughty list. All 12 of us. If we were going to be on the naughty list, why would it be? Now, I know there are lots and lots of reasons, and maybe the reasons I come up with aren't even the ones. But based on astrology, we're going to go through all of the 12 signs and figure out what would catch Krampus's attention, because Krampus don't pay attention to the good people. He don't pay attention to anybody that's on the nice list. But for those who are on the naughty list, what did they do based on their sign? And we're going to start with Pisces. So if Pisces is on the naughty list, it's because they're getting high. Okay? A lot of Pisces like drugs, alcohol, fantasies, escapism. So if it was a Pisces and they're on the naughty list, they was probably getting high and completely ignoring their practical responsibilities. That's what I would say would get a Pisces on the naughty list. What got the Aquarius on the naughty list? The Aquarius could be the same thing as Pisces, but I would think the Aquarius cussed somebody out. Okay? 9 times out of 10, could have been mean, could have been unkind, could have snapped on people. You know, some Aquarius will snap on you, you piss them off, they'll snap and use that sharp tongue to get you, you know. So maybe if an Aquarius is on the list, that's what it is. Now, I'm going to tell y'all before I move on to Capricorn that I am on the nice list this year because I did not cuss anybody out and a lot of people deserved it. Okay? And one person, I should have flew to his crib and punched him in his mouth, but I didn't. So I am on the nice list. Krampus will not be getting me this year. Capricorn. What did Capricorn do to get on the naughty list? Treating people bad, not being kind, putting money over everything. Yeah. Yeah. If it was going to be something with Capricorn being naughty, that would be it. What about Sagittarius? If Sagittarius is on the naughty list, it's for cussing people out. Because a lot of the Sagittarius I know will tell you off in a heartbeat. And I have a Sag moon. So the combination of my Sag moon and my Aquarius sun and my Aquarius rising gets difficult to navigate at times. But if it was a Sag, it would be that. The other thing it could possibly be is cheating. And I know a lot of my Sagittarius out there tell me they don't cheat. Well, guess what? I do readings every day. And I've noticed, based on the readings, based on people tell me, this one of the signs, because I gave a list one time of the top signs that cheat, and I will post that with this video. If I remember, I'll put it in that section. I be trying to put things in the section and it never works. Anyway, Sag was on the list, along with 4 others. So Sagittarius, I would say that's what it was. If a Scorpio is on the naughty list, what is it for? They probably did something they ain't had no business. Scorpios are very, I will sleep with your man, I will sleep with your woman. So they probably stole somebody's lover if they're on the naughty list. They could have tried to get some revenge because Scorpios are known for getting revenge. So they could have plotted and schemed and got revenge on somebody. That could be the case. Or they could have just been moody and aggravated their family and friends. So those are some of the things naughty Scorpios are on the list for. Our naughty Libras. What did our naughty Libras do? Gaslighting, manipulating, being two-faced. Let me see. What else? With a Libra, lying. Big one. If it's a naughty Libra, it was probably one of those things. Cheating. Big thing for Libras. Libras seem to always need more than one lover. I think it just boosts up their low self-esteem when they are naughty. Okay, the naughty ones. All right, so now we're done with Libra. Who is next? Virgo. Virgo, why are you on the naughty list? I would put, let me see. I would put Virgo on the naughty list for nitpicking. Virgo will nitpick you. Virgos will nitpick. So I would say nitpicking your family and friends got you on the naughty list, Virgo. Also, I would say Virgos are perfectionists. And I don't mind a perfectionist, but when it holds up the project or inconveniences everybody else, Virgo not going to care. So that's a problem right there. That'll get you on the naughty list too, Virgo. Leo. Now, why would sweet Leo be on the naughty list? Being self-centered, being selfish, being me. Not thinking about other people, not being considerate of other people. Now, I have some good Leo friends on the positive, the ones that will be on the nice list. And they're definitely not like that. But the ones on the naughty list, definitely like that. Cancer. What would a Cancer? Emotional manipulation? Oops. Cancer, you are on the naughty list because you emotionally manipulate all the goddamn time, Cancer. Stop it. Stop. Use more of this, Cancer, and stop beating people up in here, okay? That's what you're on the list for if you've been naughty and you're a Cancer. Gemini. Gemini, what you on the list for? I'm going to put you on a list for being argumentative. A lot of my Gemini friends, I ghost periodically because they're argumentative about dumb shit. And because Geminis are twins. So I never know which twin I'm going to get. So it's like, am I got the young twin or the old acting twin? Or do I have the argumentative twin or the cooperative twin? They always have two different people in them. So because of them two different people, I'm putting you on a naughty list. I know you can't help it, but it's a pain in my ass. Taurus. Taurus, why are you on the naughty list? Taurus, did you take somebody's food? Even Taurus who aren't fat. The ones who are skinny even, perfectly proportioned, it doesn't matter. A lot of the Taurus I know enjoy their food. And some of them get mad at us for pointing it out. So we're going to leave that alone. But that's what it would be. Another thing Taurus, if they aren't into food, could be on a naughty list for is being stubborn. Sometimes Taurus are stubborn for just no reason. And it's annoying to the rest of us, Taurus. I know you don't care, but I'm just pointing it out. So if people are irritated with you, Taurus, that could be what it's about. And Aries. If Aries is on a naughty list, it's because they punch somebody in the face. Aries will whoop your ass. Okay? They will. They're not the type that, because they're very overbearing, they're overprotective, so it could even be for a good reason, but an Aries will pop off. They're not afraid to pop off. That's what I respect about Aries, that they're not afraid to pop off. My thing is, in this case, sometimes they don't pop off at the right time. They don't pop off at the right person, Aries, you can't punch everybody in the face. Sometimes you got to talk through things, all right? So if an Aries is on the naughty list, it's probably for fighting in school, fighting at work, arguing with your friends, cussing out your family. You got a lot in common with Aquarius. Telling people off with Sagittarius. So yeah, that would be it. That fire, that fire in us. That's what that is. So that's the story. So if you want to know more about Krampus, I just gave you a brief summary of Krampus. Rolling with Santa Claus, kidnapping and maiming children. Okay? But there's a whole tradition to this. People do something called a Krampus run. This is basically a Krampus parade. all the men dress as Krampus and they get drunk and they chase kids around and they chase people around and hit them with hit them with sticks and stuff. So the Krampus run is usually, I've seen it online, I've seen it on YouTube, and it looked wild. It looked like a wild time, you know, but it's part of their Christmas tradition. And they had lights and they had some other stuff. And Krampus is terrifying looking. Let me tell you something. Some people say Krampus is a demon. To me, Krampus seemed more like an equalizer, more like karma. And he looks terrifying. He has these big, huge horns like a ram. His body was covered in fur. The depictions I saw of him, he looked terrifying. His eyes were red. Can you imagine being a child and you're laying in your room and you hear hooves coming down the hallway and you see this monstrous 7-foot being, you know, standing over you? And what killed me is that the men would dress up like Krampus. So these poor kids actually saw him, just like Santa Claus, you know. These poor kids would have actually seen this and been scared, you know. But then again, I wasn't that scared of the boogeyman, so maybe European kids just laugh it off like I did, you know? So I don't know. But that's Krampus. That's the Krampus run. And they also had some Krampus postcards. And they said that this is how the tradition, you know, spread all over Europe, because they had made these postcards with Saint Nicholas and Krampus on them and mailed them around during Christmas time. And that's how the tradition spread. And so if you want to know more, obviously YouTube has a lot of resources. And there's also a movie called Krampus. And it actually depicts the folklore from the old times. Because remember, Europe is dark and cold during the winter. So your imagination is definitely going to run away with you, right? So let me know if you're on the naughty or the nice list and why. And if you're on the naughty list, maybe next year you'll be better. And I'm going to start taking count. I'm going to do a surprise giveaway. So I'm going to take it from people in the comment section. So look out. If I pin your comment was chosen. Okay? All right, guys. You come back soon because I got a lot more to say. See you later.